Welcome to TYT Sports, everybody. Ben Mankiewicz here, and I'm backpedaling. Backpedaling, as I think many people are doing on Jay Cutler. Earlier in the week, I and the rest of the known universe were all over Jay Cutler for quitting. And look, I've been waiting all year. As I said earlier in the week, I was waiting all year to bet against Jay Cutler in a big game because I knew he'd come through with a Jay Cutler-like performance. And he did. He played horribly, and then he came out of the game. But here's what needs to be backpedaled on at least slightly. The notion that Jay Cutler quit. And at the time we did the thing, we knew he was hurt. We knew he had the MCL sprain. And I have no idea whether he quit. And the notion that we were sure he did is what we need to backpedal on slightly. To briefly refresh your memory, what was interesting about the story, and it was certainly a story worth doing, was the tweets during the game from former and NFL players who were outraged that Jay Cutler came out of that game after the first series of the second half. First, a guy who's had 20 knee surgeries. A brief sampling of what some guys said. Mark Schlereth, 20 knee surgeries. He played with the Redskins. He played with the Broncos. He says, as a guy who had 20 knee surgeries, you'd have to drag me out on a stretcher to leave a championship game. A guy like that tweets that during the game. It's a big story. Maurice Jones-Drew of the Jacksonville Jaguars, terrific player, all-pro running back, Pro Bowl running back. He said this during the game. All I'm saying is that he can finish the game on a hurt knee. I played the whole season on one. What's interesting is that Jones-Drew did not play the whole season on one with his team needing a win to make the playoffs. He actually missed the last two games of the season with a bum knee. Now, Maurice Jones-Drew, unquestionably hurt. He's having knee surgery. It's going to take months and months and months for him to rehab. But nonetheless, interesting that he would say that when he didn't play the last two games and his team needed him. But his knee was unquestionably hurt. Maurice Jones-Drew backtracked on Tuesday. He apologized, said he didn't mean to disrespect Jay Cutler, said he was joking. He didn't mean anything by it whatsoever, and he had no reason to believe that Jay Cutler wasn't hurt. And also, by the way, Maurice Jones-Drew said that he's received death threats. So this whole thing got out of hand. Another interesting point, of all people, Phil Simms, who Cenk and I have criticized forever and ever for failing to take a stand. And you knew a guy like Phil Simms would be on Jay Cutler's side. But Phil Simms was so significantly on Jay Cutler's side on Inside the NFL on Showtime. His condemnation of everyone who criticized Jay Cutler was over the top and un-Phil Simms-like. And I actually liked it. I got a tweet saying that Phil Simms came out strongly in favor of Jay Cutler. I ought to see it. I said there's no way that Phil Simms did anything but defend Jay Cutler, and I dismissed the tweet. But you know what? I saw Phil Simms. He came out strongly. It was impressive. Aaron Rodgers, Packers quarterback who beat Jay Cutler. He came out strongly and defended Jay Cutler. You know, they've known each other a long time, and I liked what Aaron Rodgers had to say. He thought that everything said about Jay Cutler was incredibly disrespectful. Here's what Aaron Rodgers had to say about Cutler. He was real disappointed. I've known Jay for a few years now and know what kind of competitor he is, and I thought it was disrespectful. So I agree. We went too far. We know that Jay Cutler was hurt. I don't know how hurt he was. I don't know if he quit, but saying that he definitely quit is just simply going too far. He had an MCL strain. We're certain of that. I think what got people mad is this. When he was hurt and when he was on the sideline, it didn't look like he cared that he couldn't come back in. He may well have cared. I'm not George Bush, and Jay Cutler's not Vladimir Putin. I cannot see into his heart. I have no idea. But I think it looked like Jay Cutler didn't give a crap. And that's just an observation, but I suspect that was the observation that other people cared, is that he looked indifferent. And we didn't have a shot of him saying to Lovie Smith, put me back in. And he was on the bike trying to keep his knee fresh and warm up, and he looked like, I tried. What can I do? And I think that mattered. And the other thing we know is that this is a guy who's 35-35 as an NFL starting quarterback. When he was at Vanderbilt, and admittedly, Vanderbilt has been horrible forever, but at Vanderbilt, he was 11-35 as a starting quarterback. Or at least the team, the team was 11-35 when he was there, and he has the all-time record for starts at Vanderbilt. I think he started 45 of those 46 games, some number like that, and they were horrible. So he's never played in a big game until this one, and he didn't step up. I didn't think he'd step up. A lot of other people didn't think he'd step up. And then when he came out of the game, he didn't seem to care. But the notion that he quit on his team, we don't know. It's ridiculous. it's going too far. So in that sense, I think we went too far, and I'm sure Jay Cutler has been eagerly awaiting an apology from TYT Sports, and we're going to give it to him. Because this we know, he played at Vanderbilt and he got abused. He's played in the NFL, he played this year, he was sacked 52 times this year. Next on the list, Joe Flacco of the Ravens. Joe Flacco was sacked 40 times. Jay Cutler was sacked 30% more often than any other quarterback. He can take a hit. We don't know if he can play in a big game, but he can take a hit. My hunch is he didn't quit. He just didn't look like he cared, and people reacted to that.